Welcome to today's show. Today we shall be talking about communicating with men. I have received emails, many messages, that there is always a communication breakdown between men and women. At home, for those who are dating, because they do not know how to decipher messages, the coded messages. And today I'm with Dr. Geoffrey Wango, as usual, to explain to me what happens in the mind of a man that a woman will not be able to see, because he's not a mind reader. They say, men say they are not mind readers. Yes. But how, Dr. Wango, first of all, welcome. Yes, how do women read or understand men to be able to, get what they are saying? Because there is always a miscommunication. They say, I'm saying this, he's not answering back. I am saying the other thing, he's not responding. I'm sending this message, he's not replying back. What is happening?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Quite an interesting topic.
Yeah.
And it's like you've put it, is how can women communicate to men?
Yes.
Or how can women understand what men want?
Yes.
Because in many instances, like you've said, women, can I start by saying they say so many things that we have no idea what they've said first.
You don't even know what they have said.
and actually, like you have said, there are certain very simple tips that women can pick about how to talk to men.
Yes.
Like one of the easiest ones,
Yes.
so easy, I don't know whether you agree with this because you're also a man, is pick the right time and the right place to talk to a man.
The right time and place to talk to a man.
Yes.
Like, for example, are you trying to say, when I've just arrived in the house from work, I'm very tired.
Yes.
It's the wrong time.
By the way,
and I'm at home.
By the way,
I've just arrived.
I agree with you the way you pick the signals. Pick the signal. What time does the man like? What time? There are men who actually immediately their life at home. Yes. If you have something you want to tell them, you tell them. There are some men who don't want you to tell them anything at all. But there are men who like being told something in the evening and not in the morning. I am one person who hates to be told anything in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, and my wife has picked it. Actually, if someone wants to tell me something in the morning, my wife will tell you, excuse me, please, no, not now. Because you see, you've woken up with a mindset. You are already going to the car. You have made your day. You are programmed. Someone starts programming you in the morning.
So taking you back.
Not taking you back. It's completely disorganized. You know, you're already going. Yes. You know, men unlike women. This is very nice psychology. Yeah. You have ever seen some patterns people do that? Women's pattern works like this. Yes. Men's pattern works in a straight line. Wow. You wake up in the morning, you have decided, now I'm waking up, I'm dropping my wife here, I'm dropping this child here, I'm going to work.
So it's already scheduled.
It's already scheduled. So when you start telling him ABCD,
you start disorganizing this schedule.
Exactly. And that's why men say time and place. Time and place. And that's why sometimes, by the way, you notice that, I don't know how to put across this, but you notice that men who go drinking, sometimes, with due respect, they fall in love with the ladies who serve them the drinks in bars. Okay. And people ask why. Those ladies are very good. They know how to pick a man's mood. A man is talking on the phone, and you're asking him something.
And the guy is on phone.
Men don't pick so many things. Most men don't.
That's why they say that men don't multitask?
Yes, they don't multitask. Most men don't multitask.
So they want one thing at a time.
And you see this lady will sit there and notice when the man is very sad and come and ask him, hey, today you are very uncomfortable. And then they have a chat with them. Because you see, men know the first thing is the timing and the place.
So time and place.
And the place. Because you need to know what, and most, even if you attend a seminar for ladies, but then sometimes I attend seminars for ladies.
No, you even train these people.
Yes. And we tell them the first thing you want to learn about a man is his timing and place. That's why you notice that women also know sometimes how to talk to a man. They will come and give you very good food. In fact, women,
so through the stomach.
Most women will call me and they say, there's something I've learned from your seminars. And one of them I've learned is the food. They tell me, I know when I want to talk to my husband, and I make for him a chapati.
Very nice food.
What's a chapati? Men
like chapati.
Most men have a problem with the chapati and hearing. And I make for him very nice chapati and some chicken soup. And he eats it. And the first thing is, when he comes and finds chapati, he quickly sits down and he takes two. Then he we will not say the lady's name. He goes in and takes a shower. He comes and now and he sits. He eats. When I say something, it's like his ears open.
The food has opened the ears.
It's the timing and the place. The
Yeah.
timing and the place.
Okay.
Yes. Now there's a third one I want us to bring in, which one day you had mentioned. Being brief.
So brevity.
Brevity. Men don't understand all these things ladies talk.
Stories.
Stories. You know, a lady comes and says, you know, my mother-in-law.
But that's how ladies are, my brother.
Yes.
That's how ladies are.
And I like the way you keep doing this program. We do ladies and we do the gents.
Yeah.
Because for ladies, they will come. Okay, they will come. I will allow them to come. They will come and tell you, you know, a lady has to speak all these things she wants to tell you.
Yes, all of them.
And I agree. But you see, and that's why I like your program. When ladies come, they will tell you, you know, I want to tell him all this. And I have no problem. But a man does not understand all this.
You want the point.
The man wants to know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is no food. There is no ABCD.
School
And
fees,
the wording.
yes.
And the wording.
Second, okay.
Now,
So
let's even go to the fourth, the wording. The sarcasm.
yeah,
Because you know ladies are very good at being sarcastic.
they're very sarcastic.
Now you know, I told you that my mother
And you ignored, and you ignored.
And you know, you behave like you
have
didn't
not heard.
understand. You have not been hearing. You know, that sarcasm. Men don't understand the sarcasm. Because you can't understand, okay, what did she say? She said mother-in-law. Then she said, I told you the following. So the man is like, okay, what is he saying? Just go direct.
So brevity, and you are saying the words.
Remember, you started with the time and place.
Yes.
Now the brevity and the words.
And the words.
Yes. Say, I want you to do the following. Children don't have school fees. John needs school fees. Yes. Stella
also
or Sari needs to be taken to school.
And it is tomorrow.
Yes. Not. You know, you have never taken this child to school.
And
you know, I keep telling you. Now the man doesn't know what have I been told. Then I have not understood.
But she's giving you the history. It looks like.
I agree, and it is like history. But you see, you can't understand the history. You need to be told, okay, you said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you said this, and you see, like, remember the man's brain, it moves in a direct line, like this.
You say it, yes.
And remember now, that's the fifth one, the directness.
Oh,
the
direct.
cardiness.
Yes.
Just go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the man, you see, it goes this way, it goes this way, it goes this way. And then now, another thing, very interesting, 6-1, topic.
The topic.
Yes. You know, ladies talk so many different topics.
At the same time.
I think you are a man like me. I think
Yeah.
you suffer the same thing like me. You know, ladies see so many things, and then you are like, you say, okay, let's use
Which
the
one?
word deceiver.
Yeah.
You're supposed to deceive.
Yeah, to analyze and
Yeah,
start.
this lady talked about the firstborn, the lastborn, the mother-in-law, and then you moved in somewhere, I don't know, into politics, that there's a public holiday next week or something, and the cow that has not been given milk, and they go now. You see all these things, okay, and they are very, and by the way,
very important actually.
And yes, and shockingly enough, how she can follow. We men, with due respect, I have told you time and again about masculinity and femininity. Most men don't follow.
They want.
They can't follow this
at this time.
Yes.
This is the most important thing, and this is what I want.
And admit is that if you are very fortunate, like you and me, she also tells you that her car broke down and you have not repaired it. So,
with all these things.
so this is, you know, you can't even remember which one was which. And yeah.
And even in terms of priority.
Thank you. In fact, you have put the 7th one, the prioritization. Yes. Good. Men have, you see, if you said, I want you to wake up tomorrow and repair, carry me in your car and you repair my car. Then you drop.
So that looks like how.
Now, the man can now follow this list. Because ladies have, but the ladies always have a list.
Endless, I'm told. Yeah, you know, the other thing you say the list keeps increasing.
Yeah, and it keeps on changing. Because today it is this way. Immediately today the car was being repaired. You know, tomorrow the top of the list will be if it has no fuel.
So you are saying, although the list, you know, it is important for the ladies to learn.
And we agree.
Although the list will be long.
And we agree.
Maybe this list you are saying now, they should be introduced in bits. So that as they are sorted, the list continues.
Exactly. Very good. I agree. In fact, whenever we tell ladies that, most of them say they are doing very well with their husbands. Yes. Because when you make this list, which I agree it has 20 things. Yes. Okay, let it have the 20 things. Yes. I agree. Can they be put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Because me, I want to pick the first 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of priority, the way you say it.
Yes, and you know, you know, in communication, you say the 7 of 7.
Yes.
After this 36, 20 things. In fact, you can't remember the 20 anyway. And
Even
most
the
men-
first one you will have lost
Thank
by the
you.
time you are at number
In fact,
20.
you will remember the last one. You know, we contrast
Yeah, it's the other
first,
way
last,
around,
and
yeah.
we say first, last, and middle.
Mid, yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing is, we tell you this: get your priorities right. Tell this man, our son completed Form 4 last year. He has not been in college. We need to talk to him.
Yes.
And then when we talk to him, we need to put him into some further course that he can do.
As he waits maybe to go to university
yes,
or what is going
very
to
good.
Yes.
And then while we are at it, my mother-in-law has no shoes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so that the man can understand what is going on. But when all this is, sorry to put it, put together, and by the way, I honestly respect this because then they can follow the pattern, and she already has all this in her mind, and that's why I like your topic. That what do men want? I agree, she has all this list with her. My only issue is the man has no understanding of this list. That's all I'm saying is she understands.
Yes, before we are saying that so they need to summarize,
Yes.
prioritize them,
Yes.
and then you need them in bits, not all the mass.
And then you do the timing.
Yes,
You do
the time,
timing.
of course. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, one of the things that now that the timing that, and I really like the way you keep talking about timing. One of the things women do is that they tell a man something when he's very annoyed. Yeah, you know.
But you need to know them.
Well, sometimes it's easy to allow the person to calm down. You know, when someone is upset, the brain does not necessarily digest what you're saying. And that's why we say that it's sometimes good to tell someone something. And that's why you notice that most ladies prefer to talk to their husbands in the morning on your way to work.
When they are fresh.
Yes,
for that matter.
yes.
But you have just said you don't want. You yourself, you have just said you don't want in the morning again.
No, it's not that I don't want in the morning.
Yeah.
What I mean is, and I don't want you to and most men will tell you this. Imagine you have already packed yourself and you're getting through the door.
In fact, you are getting into the car.
Into the car, and someone comes and says,
No.
excuse me, come.
You know we don't have
Yeah.
this.
And it's 5:30. There's traffic on the road. You take 5 minutes, you can't do the traffic. And remember, you will be driving the car at the same time. It's not that you cannot be. In fact, sometimes, and you will hear this with many men, they don't mind if the lady can actually get into the car, and as they drive, as they're chatting, he says, well, by the way, there's something I wanted to. You will be able to listen because now you're already organized. You know you're going here, and you can also say, excuse me, let's not discuss this at length right now. Let's pick some time. Then you can come back.
So suppose I'm
It's
just
the
asking
interaction.
also with the on behalf of the ladies because
Yes,
they are
it
not
is very
here,
good.
of course.
Yes.
But now I'm asking. Suppose you are communicated to. That is, the person tells you the thing, you don't respond. The person tells you the thing, you don't respond.
Yes.
What do they do?
Now you know I'm a man. The ladies nag you.
call it nagging.
But the thing is, what we tell ladies is, among these things you have learned, pick out what could have gone wrong. What could have gone wrong?
If the communication is
If the
not coming back.
with a man, check out what went wrong. And because maybe did he understand it? Did he also prioritize it? Because you see, the
Maybe
man,
it is not
the
top
man
on
may
that
not
list.
have prioritized it
Yeah.
the way you wanted him to.
Yeah, because for her it could be number 1. For you, you have put it as number 10.
Exactly. And I agree. Because you see also we are different. And that's why we keep saying in a relationship, both people are different. And men and women are different. And men have tend to have different priorities than women. But get back to it and say, in brief, remember the direct, in brief.
Yes, brief.
Yes, direct. There is this thing I had told you about ABCD. Nothing has happened.
We were to
Can
buy a
we-
cow last month.
Exactly, and you have not
we have
bought.
not bought.
Let us revisit it because it can actually one of the complaints ladies also says, sometimes they say something to a man and it takes so long.
That is what I've just asked.
Exactly, because of the precision. Get back to it, point at it, say this is it. It has taken so long. ABCD, the timing again, and the time. Don't pick when he's struggling with the matatu driver when the guy has just hit his vehicle and say, do you see the way people who, it is trying to be very sarcastic. Do you see what happens to people who don't buy their wives birthday presents?
It happens like that. So you hit the guy on
This is what happens. Now imagine your car has just been hit
And then she's adding
and
more.
yes, and you hear what she says. She says, "Do you see what happens to people who
Is
don't?"
that what men mean when they say that ladies have even very many phrases to explain many things?
And they also come with so sarcastically,
Sarcastically.
that even if you wanted to buy that dress, you
don't
will
even
not
buy
buy
it.
it because your ego has been so
Injured.
bruised and
Completely.
injured
Yeah.
that now you even feel like this is it, this is the end. But if it was well put, it still brings you. Remember the words what you have done done before. Aspects like acknowledgement, affection, being appreciated, so the man at least feels okay. I may not actually have done it. This is an obligation I have, and I have been well reminded, so that he can also
And politely.
and politely so that he can feel so that
With the appreciations for that
exactly,
matter.
and I'm also a part of this relationship.
Okay, I think we leave it there, Dr. Wango, for today. But ladies, it is important to be basically a mind reader, because your partner or your friend is also important to learn what they like, the dislikes, the timing, and other factors, so that the relationship becomes more closer than getting away. So until next time, it's bye for now.